Hello everybody, Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel and the WCW Saturday Night Review Series for the 8th of May, 1993. We open with Dustin Rhodes against Shanghai Pierce. Rhodes, of course, on a collision course with Rick Rude, among others. Brawled with him last week, and Rhodes getting a one-on-one match here. Actually, Tex Slazenger is the opponent of the day, although Pierce and Slazenger jumped him from the beginning, and so my notes got a little messed up here. Rhodes still coming into his own, still finding his way along the way here. Power moves and takes him down with an armbar. Short shots by Slazenger. Rhodes gets a backslide temporarily, doesn't get all he wants on it, only gets a 2 count there. Meanwhile, Tex goes to the top rope, which for a guy over 300 pounds isn't something you normally see in 1993. Rhodes catches him with a lariat out of the middle of nowhere, really. Rhodes comes up, gets the Bulldog-like maneuver here, and I gotta grab my phone, so we will do that, and we'll be right back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail after another lariat from Rhodes and more. We'll be right back. Suffice to say, Rhodes winning with a Bulldog is good for him, and as he moves forward into being more and more of a... he never gets to main eventer in WCW. I'd say semi-main eventer is as far as he ever gets, but the fact that he's there outside of his father's name, to the degree that I think he would have gotten there even if his father wasn't who he was. Obviously, the American Dream is a pretty big thing. Anyway, as we move forward, the Assassin included in the commentary team, which eventually is leading to Dusty Rhodes and the Assassin confronting each other again. We go into the Cole Twins, Kent and Keith, versus an enhancement talent team here. I don't know. Really, the Cole Twins is something I never really got. I do remember them when I was a teenager, preteen, 12, 13 years old, watching this and thinking, they're just Hollywood, wannabes. And that's basically how they come across here as rookies. Arm drags, arm bars, and the like. Missed communication in a corner, leading to a crossbody by one of the Cole Twins. They get a victory here. Then there's a several-minute promo package for the upcoming Slamboree pay-per-view at the end of May, including a rather non-sequential promo piece about, or by Max Payne. Then they show footage of other talents that are going to be coming into the area. Meanwhile, Colonel Robert Parker comes out again doing the old Tom Parker, a.k.a. Big Deal with, the whole Elvis and Southern Gentleman thing. Anyway, once again, Parker admits that he does now have a contract that he wants Van Hammer to sign. He goes and watches Van Hammer have his match with one half of the Wrecking Crew. I believe it was Rage. Anyway, Van Hammer, especially with Max Payne now back in the picture, not exactly a major talent, and I can't believe they tried 2 rock star gimmicks less than a year and a half apart, but that's WCW for you in the 90s, I suppose. Anyway, body slam by the Rockstar and quick turnaround to a match. Clotheslines and the like, body slams by Van Hammer. Van Hammer uses some power and swings the man around. Basically gets a victory and says he has no idea who Colonel Parker is, nor does he care. After hitting a shoulder tackle, among other things, gets the victory and puts Parker in his place. This leads to Parker bringing in another talent, which we will see in time for Slamboree. Anyway, we then see the return to more goofiness as Dos Hombres, which are supposedly Mexicans who are wearing sombreros, masks, and hats, are here. The other half, which I believe is Fury, of the Wrecking Crew, facing off against a relatively new in the area, Davey Boy Smith. Davey Boy Smith going into Slamboree to face Vader at the pay-per-view, basically trying to be a super, intense babyface. Doesn't really work. He's less than a year away from the Intercontinental title run in the WWF, and somehow him as a main babyface doesn't really work. Arm bars, arm locks, and the like. Falling Tower of Sunset Flipness also there on the Wrecking Crew member. Not exactly a match to write home about. They go about 3 or 4 minutes, and with the Power Slam, Bulldog gets a victory. Basically, Bulldog gets a whole bunch of names wrong. I think he's high in the promo because he talks about Cactus Flunk or something else. Gets a few names wrong about people that have been injured. All of them supposedly injured by the power bomb, according to him. And that is not the case. Your shoulder doesn't get injured on a power bomb or anything like that. Enhancement talent match time. The Blackhearts are the stars of the match, which is just weird in itself. Anyway, Blackhearts are two mass talents that we've mentioned in previous weeks. They take a couple of arm drags and basic stuff from the enhancement talents. I think the plan was to go with them as kind of a masked team. However, having another masked guy in the form of the actually Dos Hombres are doing the mask thing here. Forward falling slam by one of the Blackhearts, who never does get a definitive name, and the almost like a Vader bomb with an elbow drop attached to it gets a victory there, and a double team power bomb elbow drop combination from the second rope on the inside gets the Blackhearts the win, which was a cool move at the time. Anyway, Slamboree is endorsed by Ole Anderson of all people. Ole Anderson says, among other people, the Funks and Gene Kiniski and Thunderbolt Patterson, a friend of his, will be back. There is a lady translator who is alongside Dos Hombres, who are the two Mexican gentlemen in suits, claiming that they want tag team championship opportunities here. And they eventually do get them anyway. Shanghai Pierce and Tex Slashinger are here. Jim Neidhart is the opponent of the moment. Neidhart, I don't even think he makes it through the summer, to be completely honest. Neidhart is the singles guy facing Pierce here. Power moves, power slams, basic stuff, nothing to write home about here. I shudder to think to go from the Dangerous Alliance less than a year before to this just feels really, really awkward. Perhaps I'd feel the same way about 90 or 91 if I'd seen it. I had not seen it all the way through. Jim Neidhart gets a pretty quick victory. Then we go to a Flair for the gold. Anderson as in Arn, bringing champagne to Ric Flair. Flair wearing tuxedo and basically going on and on about the upcoming Slamboree, where the Horsemen will be revealed. Slamboree will take place on the 23rd of May, 1993. Then we move to the Hollywood Blondes. Hollywood Blondes talking about the Brush with Greatness tour, how everyone needs to watch them, how the Horsemen are over the hill, Flair and Anderson over the hill, and they are not impressed with them at any stretch. Enhancement talent actually gets a power slam on Steve Austin at a point. So they're trying to make this Brush with Greatness thing into kind of a mockery, but at the same time it's kind of a thing. So just a really interesting dichotomy. Cut off into the corner by Hollywood Blondes. Blondes continue to do we're rolling footage, making fun and getting the almost rocket launcher style maneuvers. Challenges made to Steamboat and Douglas, challenges made to Flair and Anderson, challenges made all the way around in a post-match promo by Pillman and Austin. And then Johnny B. Bad is there. He is doing the full-on glitter thing and the Bad Blaster, which is a glitter gun. That match is pretty much interrupted by Max Payne laying him out, and Max Payne saying he wants some of Johnny B. Bad. The match actually is between the two of them. They go at it, or they do not go at it. The match is not between the two of them yet. It ends up that way at the Clash. Basically, Max Payne throws himself in with Johnny B. Bad, hits him with the Bad Blaster, tries to blind him, tries to get him taken out, and the referees and officials are worried about all of that. Anyway, Max Payne out with a match of his own. Brad Armstrong, who is not long for the territory, gets taken out here. Step behind on the arms, basic stuff. Sunset flip by Armstrong, but Payne, who at this point hasn't had that much of a match, hits a shoulder tackle and among other things, continuing to go at his adversary as hard as he can. Doesn't eventually get the painkiller submission hold and gets a victory. And then we go towards the close of the program. Final few minutes, more hype. Confrontation between who Harley Race calls the Big Chihuahua, otherwise known as Davey Boy Smith, confronting him as we go towards the Slamboree on the 23rd. Vader and Davey Boy Smith, your main event there. We will close for this particular episode. We've got over 1,200 more, closing in on 1,300, probably be there within a week or so. Anyway, till next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.